You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to talk a little bit of Godzilla vs. Kong. I know that's there's still not a whole lot to talk about, but we got a little something that everybody's keeping their eyes on. As you know, we did a video the other day talking about CCXP 19 happening in Brazil on December 8th. And it looks like Warner Brothers has been filling up their slot. And there's one slot remaining for 4:30 p.m. that hasn't been announced yet. As of this recording, just in case it happens around the time I put this up. As of this recording, as of right now at 2:41 p.m., the slot is empty. I'll show you a picture. Once again, Gomaro Island has been covering this intently. As he is just as, or they are, I should say, just as much fans as they are a media outlet. So they are just all over any bit of information that they can get their hands on, and they try to will in reality sometimes. And hopefully this time, you know, look, and I'll show the page real quick. Hopefully it comes to, I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, they got 11 o'clock, they got Batman 80 Years. At 12 noon, they got something for Netflix. At 3 o'clock, they're covering some HBO. I'm assuming that's going to be other things, like maybe The Watchmen for next season or something like that, if it gets a second season, if it hasn't gotten one already. I don't know what that picture is, but... And then at 4:30 p.m. is an empty slot, and then they're going to close their panel or their show, their presentations with Wonder Woman at 5:30 p.m. So this is all about what's next in the slate for Warner Brothers and things like that. And it should be Godzilla vs. Kong. I would think that's one of their biggies for next year. You would think they want to put it on here. Now, I am going to say something that I was very, very reluctant to bring up. I had been deliberate. I had actually decided yesterday not to do a video about it because it goes against everything that I've always preached in the past. And, you know, a long time ago, a lot of people wondered how I got to see the Shin Gojira movie before the movie was actually released. And I told people that had a good friend, connections. And again, I do have some, with other people, not referring to this particular person, I have had other acquaintances that are connected. A lot of times provide me good information. I don't talk about it on my videos because, number one, I can't use their names, and if I'm going to ever report something, I don't like to say anonymous resources or an anonymous source or whatever. I just don't like to do that. I don't. It just makes it feel like there's always interpretation that can be said with, you know, people can say, oh, well, he's just saying that to say that to cover his ass. On the other hand, I know why people don't want their name. Obviously, if you have a connection and you say their name, they can lose their job. So I get it. It's just a double-edged sword. So because of that, I opt not to say anything. I got a message yesterday from somebody. I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to say who they are. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not even going to say a reliable source. I'm just going to say what I was told, and I'm going to share it, and you take that as you will. I'm taking it with a grain of salt, you know, but I feel now that I'm seeing that there's one slate left, and it makes sense for it to be Godzilla vs. Kong, I'm going to say what I was told. And basically, I was told that this source feels confident and is extremely hopeful on a very high end that we will get something this week. Does not mean a trailer. It could be a poster. It could be something as simple as the confirmation that this last slot is for Godzilla vs. Kong. But he said that, and he's in the field, I don't want to give away too much detail, said to me that he's confident and extremely hopeful that something news related regarding the movie will happen this week. He did not specify a trailer. He did not say anything specific, but he feels confident that something will happen this week, that we'll get some sort of information. He didn't say what it could be. He didn't say anything in detail, but he was very adamant. He was very, again, almost guaranteeing me, but he said There's still a chance that it could be nothing will happen, but he feels confident. Take that with what you will. I don't know this person personally. I'm just going to share it like that. I don't want people getting their hopes up. I don't want you getting all pissed at me come Friday night when I'm streaming and nothing's been brought up to light. Don't. I'm just sharing with you what I was told from someone who says that who's in the industry, says they have some information that there could be. I just want to make this video. This is why I don't like doing that stuff. Like when people, even people I know, I do have some acquaintances who are connected, who share information with me. And a lot of times it's very hard not to do a video when they share information, especially when I see that it comes to light. But again, if I can't put their name on it, I normally don't, Now this person is not, we're not acquaintances. I've spoken to this person maybe once before, if I recall. And the only reason I've decided to kind of mention what he told me was because I'm thinking about what he told me. And now I'm seeing this one slate left. And when you do the math with what Warner Brothers has coming up, it should make sense that Godzilla vs. Kong goes on this panel. Again, take all with a grain of salt. With that said, if it doesn't turn out to be Godzilla vs. Kong, to me, that says one of two things. Either one, the movie's going to get pushed back, or two, we're going to get something between now and next week or before December 8th. If they're not showing anything on this panel Godzilla related, Godzilla vs. Kong related, it either means the movie's going to be delayed or we're going to get something between this day and December 8th. In other words, they're going to go a different route with Godzilla vs. Kong. Rather than show it at the panel, they're just going to release a trailer between now and then and go that way. I don't know. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that this would not be Godzilla vs. Kong. It makes sense for it to be Godzilla vs. Kong. But again, I'm not holding any hope. I'm not going to, I'm just going to see what happens. So you guys take all this information with whatever, however way you want to take it. I'm not, I don't know. At the end of the day, there have been plenty of times that, aside from the acquaintances I do have who have connections, there have been plenty of times that I've had people message me with crazy information that completely turns out to be wrong. This could be one of those cases as well. So don't, take it as you will. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing it because when I saw this, I said maybe that person has a chance to be right. You know what? I'll mention that in my video. It's not Bible. I'm not swearing by Bible that what he's not even swearing by Bible that it's going to happen this week. All he told me was he felt confident and very hopeful that something would happen this week in terms of some information coming out. Not a trailer, not anything specific. It's more information related. So we'll see. With that said, let's see what happens. I'm assuming they're going to announce this last spot today or maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But, it makes sense for it to be Godzilla vs. Kong. But we've all been wrong before in the last couple of months, so let's see what happens. All right, guys, sound off in the comments. Let me know. What do you think? Do you think this last spot's going to be Godzilla vs. Kong? Do you think it might be something else? Could be Birds of Prey, because I don't see Birds of Prey on here, but I've been told they're going to have several different panels. So apparently this is the last one that's open. We'll see. It's kind of hard to tell. It's like I said, it's hard to predict at this point. You would have to be like in there to know what exactly is going on. So comment down below. Let me know what you think in terms of this slot. And, we'll see if anything happens between now and Friday night. That's all I can really do is sit back and wait. All right, guys, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news. We just talk entertainment. Take it easy.